Well, on this fine Saturday afternoon on Easter weekend, just gonna cook up all kinds of stuff. So I'm gonna do some pork belly burn-ins, pork belly candy, whatever you like to call it. It's just goodness. First thing I like to do, I'm going to go in and score it, kind of how I'm going to cut it later. Sometimes you see people who like to just go ahead and cube them up now. I prefer to do it this way. On the top side, I'm going to really score it. I'm cutting into it a good 1/4 inch at least. Let that seasoning get down in there. Alright, today I'm going to go ahead and put a nice heavy coat of SA on the bottom here. Kind of get it up there, getting these cracks. And of course, Alamo dust, the soon to be world famous. Getting these cracks. I'm gonna let that sweat in for a little while and get my coals going. I'm gonna do this on the Weber and see you in a minute. All right. That's gone in about as good as it's going to get. Being the fat side, it's only going to go so much. So now we're going to do the money side. Put a nice liberal coat on here. It's a pretty thick piece of meat. Get a nice covering of Alamo dust. Let that sweat. My coals are almost ready. Throw it on the pit. Okay, got this Weber going. Put a little bit of water in this tray. This tray keeps the charcoal on this side, so I got some B&B oak briquettes right on this side. Got some lump, put a couple chunks of wood on top. That fire is going to die down once I actually shut the lid. The water is going to boil out. Get this beautiful piece of meat on there. Add a little more water. Pork belly's trucking right along. Use my favorite spritz for pork, my peach spritz. You can see that that's starting to separate a little bit. A little while I'll temp it. Once it gets about 163, I'm going to cube it on up and put it in an aluminum tray. All right. This pork belly's been on here a couple, 3 hours now. I've been spritzing it as we go along. Should be about 165 now almost. 159. It's close enough. It's got the color I want for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it off. Get ready for phase 2 of this baby. I got everything all cut up. I put this pork belly in this pan, and I'm going to give this a little Texas twist by adding these serrano peppers. So we're gonna have some sweet with the sugar and the sauces I'm gonna put in there with the heat. The sauces I'm gonna put today, I'm gonna use some of this Daigles sweet habanero. I'm gonna use what's left in this. And then I'm going to use the good old faithful Memphis Mistress. And I got some brown sugar and butter. Get that all in there. All that's going to marry together and make these pork belly burn-ins to die for. All right. These pork belly burn-in are done. You can just smell the sweet, and you can also smell that serrano. So it's definitely gonna have a little heat in it. I figured this is like pork candy, so why not put it in a bowl? Pork candy bowl. Quite interested to see how these things taste with that serrano that cooked in there. Because like I said, I can certainly smell the serrano. This cooled off enough. Taste some of this pork goodness. Very tasty. Definitely get the sweet with just a little bit of the heat from the serrano. Not as much as you might think. Although I say that I think the more you eat, the more you're going to get some of that serrano. Just has amazing flavor. So to recap, we used a little Alamo dust to season it. We used some of Daigles habanero rib sauce with some Memphis Mistress and some butter and brown sugar and habaneros, and turned out really good. You can eat it like this, like a bowl of candy. You can chop it up, make tacos, make some quesadillas. You ain't limited to your imagination. Very delicious. Just so good. Try it.